If you ever spent any time in a workshop garage or a DIY space, you've realized not all hammers are created equal. Whether you're building furniture, forging metal, or working on a cosplay prop, the right hammer can make a world of difference. We're going to break down different types of hammers, their uses, and which ones you should have in your toolbox. I'm Brian DeLuca and this is Make or Build It, and today we're talking all about hammers. And as you know, I love hand tools, and hammers are one of my favorite. I'm not really sure why, if it's just that barbaric smash thing, or they're just so interesting because there are so many variations of hammers and their uses. Now let's start with the most common type of hammer, the claw hammer. The claw hammer is what most people have in their toolbox, and it's generally used for driving the nails and removing them, or putting together furniture. The claw hammer is the go-to for most people. It features a flat striking surface on one side and a claw on the other side to remove nails. You're always going to want to look for a claw hammer that has a solid steel head and either a wood or fiberglass handle. This is a ball peen hammer. It can be used for metalworking, riveting, or forging. This hammer features a rounded end on one side and a flat face on the other for striking. It's generally ideal for metalworking as it helps shape and harden surfaces without causing cracks. It's a must-have for blacksmithing, metal fabrication, and even some jewelry making. You also want to look for a ball peen hammer that has a steel head and a wood, steel, or fiberglass handle. This is a rubber mallet, and they do come in different sizes. A lot of them look like those big cartoony sledgehammer type things, but this is the one I use. This is a 12-ounce rubber mallet. And the rubber mallet is really used when you want a firm but sort of gentle impact that's not going to damage what you're hitting. Like for instance, I use this on my paint cans a lot to close them up, or something that you want to just sort of tap in and you don't want to do any damage to the surface. The rubber mallet delivers a firm but gentle impact, and it's designed to use on softer surfaces. It's used in a lot of woodworking where you don't want to cause damage to the wood itself when you're tapping things together. And this one comes with a rubber head and a harder plastic head, but most of them have a solid rubber head. Now this also comes in really handy when you need to assemble 3D prints or cosplay props where you want to just sort of tap them in together, especially if you have keys and cuts. And this will save your 3D prints from cracking. Some of the most common uses for a rubber mallet is woodworking. People bring it on camping to tap in tent stakes, and for 3D printing parts and assembling softer materials. Now, once again, you're going to want to look for a rubber head. Like I said, this one has a rubber head and a plastic head on this side, and you're going to want to look for, if it is like this where you have ends, a steel head, and you're going to want to look for a wood or fiberglass handle. This is the Blacksmithing Hammer. It's a heavy hitter for metalworking. It's built for forging and shaping metal on an anvil. It has a heavy face on one side and a cross peen on the other. Some of them do have a face on both sides. The rounded cross peen is used for shaping. If you're getting into blacksmithing, this is the essential hammer for you, and they do come in different weights and sizes. Now this is a tack hammer that's used for driving small nails. It can be used for upholstery or tacking in nails on smaller pieces of molding. Some models even have magnetic ends in order for the small nails to be attached to them. As you can see, this hammer is only 5 ounces. So which hammer should you choose? If you're just starting out, here are the top 3 hammers for DIYers. You're going to want a claw hammer, you're going to want a rubber mallet, and you're going to want a ball peen hammer in order to help shape things. The claw hammer is good for everyday use. The rubber mallet is good for more delicate projects like 3D prints, and the ball peen hammer could be used for more precise hammering. So there are a ton of other types of hammers out there, such as ones for bricklaying or even sheetrocking, but these are the most common types of hammers that DIYers may use in their projects. Whether you're woodworking, metalworking, or working with 3D prints, having the right hammer will help ensure better results and a better experience. Do you have a favorite hammer or a project where one type of hammer worked better than others? Drop it in the comments below. And just remember, with DIY and maker projects, sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail, because sometimes your projects will get the best of you. For more on 3D printing, DIY, and maker projects, make sure you like and follow Make or Build It. And remember, keep on making.